So here we go. Here is the background we looked at last lesson. I'm going to drag that into Photoshop by dragging the picture into the icon of Photoshop. There it is. One other thing I'm going to do is drag in this picture. This is a picture, as you can see, of a bunch of fish. But it's not just fish, it's fish shapes. The reason I chose fish shapes and not just fish themselves because fish shapes that are black and white are easy to select on Photoshop. I can just grab those with a button that selects black, drag it, make it a picture. Alright, here we go. So I'm going to drag that into Photoshop as well. Another thing I'm going to do as well is open up a texture of some kind. So I know I've got some textures in this page here, so I'm going to open this texture. You guys have got your own textures. Alright, I'm going to zoom in on that. Now, what I'm going to do is use those fish shapes, these fish shapes, these fish shapes, there they are there, as kind of like cookie cutters. What I mean by that is I'm going to use them to cut out a piece of the texture. So watch what happens here. I'm going to go up here. This is the move tool. You can see it's the top tool. You can get there by pressing V. So V gets me to the move tool. I told you guys yesterday, B for brush tool, E for eraser tool, C for crop tool. But for some reason the move tool is V. Alright, I'm going to actually drag that whole picture over the top of this texture picture. Alright, so what I've got, I want to show you what's happened. I've got two layers. I've got two layers happening here in Photoshop now. Let me go out again. Alright, you can see here, layer 1 and the background layer, TJ, listen. And the background layer, which is a texture. Now what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to select that fish, and I'm going to show you how to do that. This tool here is called the Magic Wand tool. It selects with color. Anything I click it on, it's going to grab everything that's that color. So watch this. It's going to grab the whole fish because the fish is all black. So watch this. There you go. It's selected the whole fish. I'm going to unselect that for a second here. Watch if I click on the white, it selects all the white. The Magic Wand tool selects with color. So here we go. I've selected the fish. I'm going to zoom out so you can see what I'm doing. So I've got this layer on top of this one. What I'm going to do now is click on this eye because that eye will actually get rid of the fish picture. Watch this. So now all I have is the actual shape of a fish selected over the top of that texture. So I can then drag that texture out. So, excuse me while I get rid of that. Stuff I was doing with my last class. And where'd I go? Where's my fish? Alright. So what I'm going to do now, you saw before I moved one picture over the top of the other with the move tool. I'm going to grab this tool here. You can see it's turned into a pair of scissors. I'm going to literally just drag that. Wait a second here. The reason it won't let me move the fish is because I've got this top layer selected. I now need to select the texture layer. And here we go, move tool, cut it out. Fish is now a textured fish on my background. See him, that little fish there? And it's a fish of texture. We're not going to just cut out pictures of fish and chuck them on. They're going to be textured fish. Now there are ways to chop and change them. I'm going to stop recording this.